Here we go. Hey everyone, welcome to another Webflow workshop. This is episode 120. I'm your host Nelson. I'm part of the community success team over at Webflow, and if you're new to these, welcome. So today's topic is creating bar graphs inside of Webflow, and we're going to pull that bar graph data from the Webflow collections or the Webflow CMS. And let me give you a preview of that real quick. There we go, my desktop. And so, yeah, I was able to do most of this for of these bar graphs. I added one style, and let me show you how it's done at the end. Here with the numbers, that's actually some jQuery code that I found on CodePen, and I'll show you how to do that at the end if we have time. But yeah, this is what we're going to be building right now from scratch, okay? Now, before we begin, yeah, so again, if you're new here, welcome. These streams happen every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And what we to it. Hey, mic too hot? No, we're good? All right, let's keep going. Mic is messing up a bit, it seems. Oh, technical issues here and there. Whatever. We got to keep going, right? Let me show my screen. Static mic. Static mic. All right, let me see if I can fix this real quick. Hold on. No, that's the right. I don't know. Okay, well, we got to keep going. We got to keep going. Someone said it's better. All right, here we go. So here's the actual project, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and delete everything. I'm going to delete everything and then recreate it from scratch. So here we go. Here we go. So deleted that. All right. Let me go ahead and delete this as well. Let's get here. I'm going to work backwards. Okay. All right. All right. So let me delete this too. All right. So first thing I want to do is I want to create a collection. Okay. And inside of Webflow, you can create a collection. And this is where we're going to make something like bars. Okay. So I'm going to type in bars for my URL. I'm going to put bars as well. And then collection fields. We're going to just use the name. That's already required, but we really don't need it. But what we do need is a number. Okay, so this is going to be a percentage. Okay, and the minimum number is going to be 1% to the maximum number 100%. Save field. And here we go. After that percentage, let's also put a color because we want to change the color of each bar. Okay, so bar color. And save, and there we go. We're done creating the collection. And now with Webflow, you can create some dummy items. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add 10 bars. Wait for that to happen, and there we go. And each one of the bars has a random number, 64, and a random hex color. Okay, so that's already done for us. Now we can just close out of that, and we're done creating our dummy data. All right, so if you have real data, you would just input that into your collection, okay? But for now, we're just using dummy data. All right, now we're going to connect that to the page. How to do that is bring in our collection list right here, drag it in, and I'm going to connect bars to the page. Okay. And now I'm going to do some styling. So follow me on this one, okay? So to make it look right, I'm going to have to set my collection list, not the collection list wrapper, but the collection list. I'm going to have to set that height to something like 550, okay? Do whatever you want with it. And then I'm going to set this to flex, so that way they can all the bars can be horizontal, okay? All in one row, all right? So we're done with that. Now we go back in here and click on the collection item, all right? So for the collection item, we want to expand it. We want the whole row to go from all the way from left to right. So I'm going to expand one collection item, which means it expands them all. Okay, cool. And then after that, we're going to set this to flex as well, set it to vertical, and start it from the bottom. The reason why is because the bar graph that we're going to put, the bar inside of this collection item, we want it to be pushed down to the bottom so it grows up. If we don't do this, it's going to grow from the top going down, and it's going to look upside down. Okay, so we got to start from the bottom right here. And now let's go ahead and drag in an embed into any of your items right there. All right, so this is the part where you have to code. It's not that hard, trust me, okay? If you've ever written simple HTML before, or even if you haven't, this is really simple, okay? So a div block is, the basic element of any website, okay? So I'm going to type in div, and then I'm going to give it inline style. Okay, so if you're scared right now about this code, don't worry. You can always clone this project at the end of in all and clone it onto your own dashboard and reverse engineer everything I've done in this project. You can even copy and paste the elements into your own Webflow project thanks to cross-site copy-paste. So yeah, here we go. So we're gonna write in style, and now we're gonna type in height. Okay, so we're telling the embed how tall the div is going to be. Okay, now this is the part that's really cool and makes Webflow super flexible. Okay, I want to pull in that percentage number from the collection. Now, because this HTML embed is inside of a collection list item, I can click on add field right here at the top right, and that field that I made called percentage, I can click on it, and now it's taking that data from the collection. All right, you don't have to type it down. All right, so then I'm going to put percent, and so say the height is like 80%, right? I mean, say the percentage field says 80%. So now the code, when it's rendered, it's going to say height : 80, and then my percent sign. Cool? Now, next, I'm going to type in background, and I'm going to pull in that hex color, just like that. So now I have two collection fields being pulled into this dynamic embed. Pretty cool. So I'm gonna close that with double quote and end the div, and let's see what it looks like. Awesome. You don't see anything because we still need to style this HTML embed because there is no height to it. I need to set the height to 100% of this HTML embed. Okay. Now you may be thinking, wait, Nelson, it's upside down, and plus, and set it to vertical and down. All right. And sorry for the static sound. I'll try to fix it next time, but we got to keep going. So there we go. We have our bar graph. So let's recap, okay? Let's recap. We have our collection list, and then for this collection list, not the collection list wrapper, but for the collection list, you would set a height for it, okay? And for the collection list item, you would set that flex to expand so it goes the whole width. And then for the display setting, we're gonna set it to flex layout vertical and down because we want it to be on the bottom. And then lastly, we dragged in an HTML embed and we set that to flex as well, set it to vertical and down. That's what flips the divs down. And inside of the code itself, we have that one simple line of code, which is div style, which is height, percentage. We're pulling from the collection list. And then background, bar color, and there we go. Pretty cool? Yeah. So let's go ahead and animate it, okay? So how to animate it is I want to do an on load. So when the page loads, the bar graphs will grow. Okay. So with this selected HTML embed, I'm going to go to my interactions and I'm going to create a new page trigger and I'm going to select page load as the trigger. So when the page finishes loading, I'm going to start an animation. Let's delete this one so I'm not, so I'm starting from scratch. Okay, so I'm going to create a new one and I'm going to call it bar grow. And you would start a size, okay? And we're going to set the initial state. So what is the size of the HTML embed when it first loads, okay? And I'm going to set the height to 1%, okay? So everything starts at the bottom. Now, after that, I'm going to set another size, and this one's going to take, let's say, 1 second. Set the easing to something like out quint, and then set the height to 100%. Okay, and there we go. That's it. That's all you need to do. And so if I preview, that's it. As simple as that. And I only wrote one small line of code, which is not that hard to do, okay? So this would be great for, say, this would be great for like dashboard type of websites. This would be good for anything that you can think of to use bar graphs, okay? So try it out yourself. And we're going to do one more thing, and it involves a lot more code, but again, I'll make it as simple as possible. So the last thing I want to show you is this, how I have the numbers growing. So I Google searched jQuery count up, and I found this code pen. Okay, so let me refresh. And so those numbers are counting up. And here's how we're going to do that, okay? All right, so let's go back to our elements here. And I'm going to drag in a second HTML embed. Okay? Now that HTML embed, it's just going to have this same code that I'm pulling from this code pen. Okay? This counter right here, that's the class. That's the class that the jQuery is looking for, okay? This data count is the number it's going to end on. And this 0, that's the number that it starts on. So we're going to start all the numbers at 0, but the data count, the number it's going to end on, it's going to go to the percentage. So I replaced that data count with percentage, And if I save and close, there we go. All right. So now, there we go. So now I can go here. So now I can go here and style this. I can press center on the text align, style this text however I want, make it bigger, push this away from the bars, and there we go. As simple as that, okay? And now the last piece is taking this JavaScript code, okay, really simple, and place it inside of the custom code area. So let me just delete this real quick. All right, so how to do that is I type in script, and then I close the script, paste in what I found from the code pen, and the only part that you really need to worry about is this right here, the duration. So I'm going to set the duration to 700 milliseconds instead of 8,000. Okay, I'm going to press save, publish, and we're done. That's it. So out a bit, I can by using padding. There we go. Publish, and we're good. Let me refresh right here. That's simple. I mean, the flexibility. Let me know if you have any questions, but that's about it. I mean, it was a quick build, but something so powerful that you can use on any of your in any of your projects. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. If you're on YouTube, you can leave a comment in the comment section. But yeah, this was fun, and it was really simple to build. And I don't know what else to say, because that's it. The power. So what we've gone through is basic element styles in the position and layouts, mainly using Flexbox. All right, and then after that, pulling in data using dynamic embeds into our code right here. And lastly, what we did was add some interactions, which was very simple, starting from 1% height to 100% in 1 second, and then adding some bonus jQuery to have that counting up. All right. Yeah, seems like a short stream today, but yeah. Let me know what you guys think. I'm looking in the live chat room. Have I missed anything? And again, sorry for the technical difficulties. It happens here and there. Trying to figure it out, but we'll get it. We'll get it. Let me see if anyone's on the YouTube live chat. If you're in the YouTube live chat, we usually go into live cast from now on. And let's see here. Okay. People are like, "Oh, my ears. I'm so sorry about your ears. I didn't mean to." But hopefully this will be fixed. But okay, we got a question from Mac in YouTube saying, oh no, Carlton is asking, this is a hosting feature. Yes. So if you want to use the collection, oh wow, look at that. Let's fix that. If you want to use the collection, oh, just full of it today. Full of interesting things today. If you want to use this collection area, you have to host the site on Webflow. But if you're on a starter free plan, you can still use it and experiment with it and publish it to a webflow.io URL for free and test it out. You can totally do that. But once you're ready to add more than 50 collection items, like this is 10 items. So if you're ready to add more than 50, or you need more than 2 static pages, or you need to connect your custom domain name to the page, that's when you'll need to start paying for either a hosting subscription or upgrade your account plan. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. Anything else? Okay. Question from Matthew. Is it possible to add padding or anything else to only one column here? You can add whatever you want. You know, it's up to you. You can this HTML embed right here. I've added padding. I can make these skinnier if I want. Go like this or like this. Whatever I want to do to the styling, I can basically do that. And then for these numbers, I can style it however I want. So yeah. Is it possible to add? Oh, sorry, I misread it. Only one column. Well, so if you're going to do only one column that has a special style, you may need to play around with structure where you can add a field and add a switch, okay? And we'll just call this special. And then we can say, okay, this one right here, this one's set to special. And you can, like, see here. Let me try something. Let's just add a happy face for some reason. And happy face. Okay, so all of them have happy faces, but let me see if I can do a conditional. All right, so conditional right here is special. If the special switch is on, show this element. And there we go. So this special switch is on just for that bar. And let me play around with it because you got me going. Rotate 90, happy face. Let's go ahead and make it bigger. Nope, happy face, come on now. Push that down. Because why? I want to. And there we go. So because that's special, that has a special switch, yeah, it's the only one showing. Okay? So conditionals are a fun thing too. All right. Steve, can we have some advice on how to get forms working outside of Webflow for sites hosted elsewhere, please? So we've talked about this a lot at forum.webflow.com, and we've sent out emails. It's all regarding the upcoming GDPR policies. And as a suggestion, if you've exported out your Webflow site and you have forms, if the form data is being saved inside of Webflow because you've still bought hosting inside of Webflow, because that is an option, you will need to point different service, a third-party service. And you can replace our form code with something else, like from MailChimp, Typeform, Wufoo.com, something else. So that way you're all good, because we're going to cut that line from of form data going from externally hosted sites but built in Webflow to our servers. We're going to cut that line sometime later. Check the forum.webflow.com for more information. And also, I know our CEO and our co-founders have been working hard on this topic. So you can reach out to them on the forums or just wait for more official announcements. Okay? That answers your question. Let me go back to YouTube. Anything else? Nelson, sometimes your audio is going out. Yeah, and no, to Simon from CodePen for building this. Yeah. Cool. I think that's about it. Yeah. Let me check for one more question just in case. And again, I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties. Everything seems fine when I'm looking. It's like I'm not using anywhere higher than 50% of my CPU or my GPU. So, live streaming. It happens. Okay. I think that's about it. No sound at all. No sound at all. I don't know what is going on. All right. Well, if you can hear me, thank you so much for joining. Let's go ahead and end this stream right here. If you're new here, fix my hair. There it goes. If you're new here, this stream happens every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/webflow. You can find us at facebook.com/webflow. Tweet at us at Webflow app. Follow us on Instagram at Webflow app as well. You can follow me on Twitter at ThePixelGeek. And if you have any technical, account, or billing questions, please email the customer success team at university.webflow.com/contact. We'll get to your question as fast as we can. Join the community at forum.webflow.com. There's a lot of designers and developers out there that are super, super, super helpful. And just an FYI, everyone in the customer success team, everyone came from the forums. We were fans first before we joined the Webflow team, and that's how in tune we are with the community. That's how much we want to help. Okay, so join us there, and if you get your question answered there, please pass that favor forward and answer someone else's question, so that way we can all grow together. All right, so I will see you next Tuesday, and thank you so much for watching. And as always, make the web beautiful. See ya.